Hi, you guys. I am back with another video. And you know what? This might be my first. I might delete the first one that I had. I don't know if I'm going to be showing my face on these. Sometimes it's reason to delete my my videos, and I don't feel like focusing on what I look like in these videos. I just want to keep on coding and not worry about any of those things. So you're seeing my face, but we're about to start coding, and that is what matters. So let me go ahead and turn this off, and you'll just hear my voice. Okay, you guys. So we are on step 78 for the Learn CSS Colors. This is where we left off last night. Okay, so it looks like your sleeve disappeared, but don't worry. Uh-oh, wait a minute, I have to turn on some music, I'm sorry. Okay. It looks like your sleeve disappeared, but don't worry. It's still there. What happened is that your new cap div is taking up the entire width of the marker and it's pushing the sleeve down to the next line. This is because the default display property, let me turn this down. Oh. For div element is block. So when two block elements are next to each other, they stack like actual blocks. For example, your marker elements are all stacked on top of each other. Yeah, they are. To position two div elements on the same line, set their display properties to inline block. Create a new rule to target both the cap and sleeve classes and set display to inline block. Create a new rule to target both the cap and sleeve classes and set display to inline block. Cap and sleeve classes. Oh, this is where I didn't know how to do this last night. Cap and sleeve, how do we target that? So we're gonna go ahead and Google this, you guys, because this is where I left off. I was kind of frustrated last night because I didn't know how to find the answer. So I just usually copy and paste like one little part of the question and somebody else is asking that same question somewhere. Now you see what somebody else did. They put cap by itself in the CSS and then they put sleeve by itself. But then they said you could do it this way, which is not true because it didn't work for me. Cap. Now this might be right. Cap, comma, sleeve. Okay, so let's try this one. I think this one will work. Oh my gosh, this is really gonna work. I knew it would because I remember that comma. I'm glad we got that fixed. All right, so in the last project, you learned a little bit about borders and the border color property. All HTML elements have borders, though they're usually set to none by default. Let's take a note here. We started at 7:08, you guys. All right. All HTML elements have borders, though they're usually set to none by default. With CSS, you can control all aspects of an element border. Oh my goodness, this is annoying. Shut up. All sides, or just one side at a time for a border to be visible. You need to set its width and style. In the sleeve CSS rule, in the border left width property with the value I'm sorry, 10px. Okay, in the sleeve CSS rule, add I wish that wasn't so loud. I try to turn it down, you guys. I'm sorry, but it's not working for that one. Borders have several styles to choose from. You can make your border a solid line, but you can also use a dashed or dotted line if you prefer. Solid border lines are probably the most common. In the sleeve CSS and the border left style property with the value solid. So even though this is easy, we need to try to figure out what is the game plan like? What are they trying to do? Your border should be visible now. If no color is set, black is used by default. But to make your code more readable, it's better to set the border color explicitly. In the sleeve CSS and the border left color property with the value black. All right, we're on step 82. The border left shorthand property lets you to set the left borders with style and color at the same time. Here is the syntax. Bordered left with style color. In the sleeve CSS rule, replace the border left with border left style and border left color properties with the bordered left shorthand property. The values for the width, style, and color and left border should be the same. What? Replace the border left with border left style and border left color properties with the border left shorthand property. That is a shorthand property because it ain't got no value. Oh, it doesn't have a value. How is that going to work? Yeah, I knew that would be wrong. Your sleeve CSS should have a border left. Oh. Solid black, huh? That's interesting. I've never seen that before, where they put the color after like 10px or something like that. That's different. Look, I'm not going to try to get too overwhelmed. You know how when you keep learning something, you're going to get there. So just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You'll understand it. It'll come all together. I'm not going to place this this pressure on my mind about it all. Your marker is looking good, but to make it look even more realistic, you can change the border style to double solid borders. For the border left shorthand property, change the border style value from solid to double. Okay, so we're gonna change this. Let's see what it does, you guys. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, I get it. That's looking like more like a marker. Oh, Okay, the black color of your border looks pretty harsh against the more transparent sleeve. Yeah. You can use an alpha channel to lower the opacity of the black border. For the border left shorthand property, use the RGBA function to set the color value to pure black with 75% opacity. Huh. Let's see what this does. Mm. I don't know what to put here. They're making us try to figure it out, but I'm gonna go down here and see. Hmm. This is what it says to do, you guys, but I'm not understanding. $10px double RGBA. Oh, it's already got a over here, you guys. I didn't even have to do all that. All right, awesome. Your red marker is looking good. Now all you need to do is add the caps and sleeve to the other markers. Add a cap and sleeve to both the green and blue markers. You can just copy the div elements from the red marker and paste them into the other two markers. But we're not gonna do that. I don't wanna copy and paste things because I like to actually write out the code. You get it in your brain when you do that. The less you copy and paste, the better, in my opinion. You know, repetition, I feel like is the best teacher. So let's do this code and not copy and paste it. Let's add a cap and sleeve to both the green and blue markers. So to do that, we're gonna go ahead and no, we're gonna put another div in there. What did that just do? You see how it lit it up? It's doing that because these classes are already styled. So it's just acting accordingly. You see that? Alrighty. I don't like how loud that is either, you guys. All right, let's keep it moving. Hold on one second. Let me just put this on pause here. All right, you guys, let's resume recording. All right, so the last thing you'll do is add a slight shadow to each marker to make them look even more realistic. The box shadow property lets you apply one or more shadows around an element. Here is basic syntax. Box shadow, offset X, offset Y, color. Start by adding a simple shadow to the red marker. In the red CSS rule, add the box shadow property with the values. Oh, not the box, not all of that. What? How do I put that? That is some crazy stuff right there. Let's try it, you guys. Box shadow. Box shadow, okay. And then the property is 5px offset x 5px again for I don't know if that means that. All right, let's see if we Hmm. This is a shadow it's trying to make. As you can see, you added a simple red shadow around the marker that's 5 pixels to the right and 5 pixels down. But what if you wanted to position your shadow on the opposite side? You can do that by using negative values for offset X and offset Y. Update the values for the box shadow property and set offset X to 5, -5, and offset Y to -5 also. But what if you wanted to position the shadow on the opposite side? Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to position that in a different way because it looks like it's on the right side. So we're gonna go minus. I see how that works. All right. Notice that the edges of the shadow are sharp. This is because there is an optional blur radius value for the box shadow property. A box shadow offset X, offset Y, blur radius color. If a blur radius value isn't included, it defaults to 0 and produces sharp edges. The higher the value of blur radius, the greater the blurring effect is. In the dot green CSS rule and the box shadow property with the values of 5x and offset x, 5x, okay. So basically we're gonna do the same thing to the green one. I should know this one. It's gonna be 5px, 5px. I have the 3 5s. All right, there's no commas or anything with this situation. This one looks better. So they added a 5 to that one to make it look actually like a shadow instead of being so sharp and rigid, you know? But what if you wanted to expand the shadow out further? You can do that with the optional spread radius value. Okay, box shadow, offset X, offset Y, blur radius, spread radius, like a blur radius, spread radius defaults to 0. If it isn't included, practice by adding a 5 pixel shadow directly around the blue marker. In the dot blue CSS rule, add the box shadow property with the value 0 for offset. Okay, let me get it. What? Look at that. It's so isn't that something? Those colons, they go after the color, but they won't go after like a 5px thing, and that's because it's not a color, it's a blur radius, it's offset Y or offset X. They are not the same. Okay. Now that you're familiar with the box shadow property, you can finalize the shadows, starting with the one for the red marker. In the .red CSS rule, update the values for the box shadow property so that offset is 0. Okay, let's just do it. Look at what that looks like, you guys. Oh no. Look at what this looks like. Oh, come on. This is right. Oh, I'll put another 0 here. Okay. Next, update the color value of the red marker's box shadow property. Replace the name color with the RGBA function. Use the values 83 for red, 14 for green, 14 for blue, and 8 for the alpha channel. Finally, something I know how to do. The shadows for your green and blue markers will have the same position, blur, and spread. The only difference will be the colors. In the .green and .blue CSS rules, update the value for the box shadow properties. So offset X is 0, offset Y is 0. Okay, I get it. In the green and blue CSS rule, update the box shadows. So we're gonna make them 0, 0, and then 20. Oh, how did that happen? 0, 0, 20. For the green markers box shadow property, replace the name colors with a hex color code. Use the values 3B for red, 7E for green, 20 for blue, and CC for the alpha channel. That alpha channel, I don't know what that is. Oh, we're not gonna get rid of that. So yeah, we're gonna go hex color. Remember, this is the one with the number sign. I don't think it's like that. It's no commas whatsoever in that thing. I'm not gonna look at what the answer is. Well, I know I'm pretty right, but oh, they wanted me to keep that there. How does that work? Let me see what they said. For the green markers property, replace the name color. Oh, the name color. So all I was supposed to do was get rid of the name color, which was probably green. They're trying to replace it. That makes sense. Because they don't want it to be green. They want it to be this kind of transparent situation. Okay. Finally, for the blue markers, a box shadow property, replace the named color with the HSLA function. Use the values 223 for hue and 59 for saturation and 31 for lightness. And 0.8 for the alpha channel. And with that, your set of color markers is complete. Well done. All right, so finally for your blue marker shadow, replace the named color, which is blue. We're gonna get rid of this. They don't want us to have that. And they want us to replace it with the HSLA function. Now, this function, I forgot how to do it. I think it's like that. It's 2, 3, 59%. Now this one, I think it does have commas. Wait. I got it right, you guys. What did that do? Okay, you guys, so that thing that you had on that previous page, you know, if you're looking at this, go back to see, but we're about to start making a project now. They want us to create this registration form where we're gonna put information into this, you know, website. People can put information into the form and we get it back, and you know, the server, it goes there, and you know, this is a responsive web design, this one here for sure. All right. Welcome to the registration form project. Start by adding the doc type HTML. And as you guys know, doc type HTML, you always put this at the beginning of any HTML website. Can I get down so I can? Okay. Add the opening tags, of course, HTML below the doc type. Yes. HTML, closing tag, HTML. All right, next, add the opening and closing head body tags within the HTML element. You know, I keep doing this. Yes, I knew that was coming. It's always a head and it's always a body. Usually it's a main and it's a footer too. So, but we're doing this right now. All right, add a title element to the head and give your project a title of registration form. Also, well, let's do that first. So we're gonna put this title within the head. And what is the title going to be? Registration form. Also, nest a self-closing link element in the head element. Give it a rel attribute value of style sheet. Oh my goodness. Link element in the head element. She told me to Oh my goodness, y'all. I hope I did that right. Your link element should have a rel attribute with the value style sheet. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta Google this. I can't take it because I should know this. It's just, it's wrong that I'm not understanding. A-rail. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna have to Google this whole thing. Add a title element to the self-closing. Oh my gosh, we're not on Google. That's not good. Oh, it says it was self-closing, but I guess you gotta have that thing. Oh wait, let me get rid of these A's. That's not what we do here. Oh. What is this type business? We did not ask for this type. XCSS. Oh. That must be something else. I mean, to be honest with y'all, this should be right. It's not giving it to me. Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, you guys, all that time I was missing the T. Styles. Missing an S too. Oh! Goodness gracious. All right, add a title element to the head and give your project a title of registration form. Oh, we already did that. Within the body, provide a heading context for the content by adding H1. Right. Within the text, put registration form. I'm gonna have to make myself something to eat in a minute, y'all. Below the heading, use the following text within the paragraph element to encourage users to register. Let me go back up here a little bit. What? All right, to spruce the project up, let's add some CSS. Begin by giving the body a width of 100% and a height of 100 VH. So we're not gonna do dot body, remember? Because it's not a class. So we're just gonna do plain and simple body width 100% and height 100 VH. Now get rid of the horizontal scroll bar by setting the body default margin and by added by some browser to 0. It got rid of this down here. That is better. Now make the background easy on the eyes by changing the body background color to this must not be it. Color is it? Wow, that means as suggested by the title, you are creating a form. So after the P element, insert a form with an action attribute targeting. Register demo freecodecamp.org. Registration form. After the P element, insert a form. with an action attribute. More than likely, this is not it because I don't see it on the screen. Let's change this up. They said that this was the attribute. Form action. Let's just get a hint here. Oh my gosh, I thought I was wrong. Why isn't it showing up? Seeing as we plan on having 3 distinct sections to the form, add 3 field set elements within the form. Oh my goodness, you guys. 3 field set elements? Google, where are you? Field set element. All right, well, that's easy. All it is just, just another element named field set. And we're gonna add 3 of those. Now, this we can copy and paste. I mean, it's just an element. We know what that is. The first field set will hold name, email, and password fields. Start by adding 4 label elements to the first field set. Start by adding 4 label elements in the first field set. Okay. Man, 4? All right. Add the following text to the label elements. Enter your first name. Got it. Okay. What? I must have spelled something wrong down here because I refuse.
One area that I always struggle finding
The fourth label should have the text create a new password. And it does, like, create a new password. Oh, I don't have the. Okay. As label elements are inline by default, they appear on the same line as the text they are labeling. To make them appear on separate lines, add display block. Hold on, you guys, because I forgot to do this. What I need to do is, I guess we're in CSS now. So label. That really helped. My goodness. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Nest an input element within each label. Be sure to add each input after the label text and include a space after the colon within each label. There's no copying, pasting one-time codes, just a touch or tap on it. That's all that's needed to log in. Then you get the full practice, so you can select the theme that works best for you. Hold on, is input self-closing? Why is it look like I'm doing too much? I guess it does need the closing one because don't nothing else have like this one had. Oh, it doesn't need. Maybe it doesn't need that. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Uh-oh, is it gonna tell me to close it? You should add the first input after the label text. And include a space after the colon. Ah. I see. That looks nice. Okay, let me put you guys on pause because I actually need to go do something. I'll be back. All right, you guys. So let's get back to it. Now we're gonna. Did I already do this? Specifying the type attribute of a form element is important for the browser to know what kind of data it should expect. If the type is not specified, the browser will default to text. Give the first two input elements a type attribute of text, the third type attribute from email, and the fourth type attribute password. I get it. It needs to know what type this is. An attribute stands alone. Type is text. Type is text again. Type is email. And the fourth type is password. The first input element with a type of submit is automatically set to submit its nearest parent form element. To handle the form submission, after the last field set element, add an input element with the type attribute set to submit and the value attribute set to submit. Okay, at this point, you should be able to submit the form. However, you might not notice not much will happen. To make the form more interactive, add the required attribute to the input elements in the first field set. I remember the required one. You could put it anywhere, literally anywhere. Anywhere but where the text is actually at. Oh, not there either. It's not gonna work. Okay, so it's gotta be inside of the input element. Yep, and it stands alone also. Oh, put the one in the third one too. Dang, all of them get it? Okay. All right, certain type attribute values come with built-in form validation. For example, type email requires that the value be a valid email address. Add custom validation to the password input element by adding a min-length attribute with a value of 8. Doing so prevents inputs of less than 8 characters being submitted. Who wants me to add that for the password? See, all that happened was that I spelled it wrong. With type equals password, you can use the pattern attribute to define a regular expression that the password must match to be considered valid. Add a pattern attribute to the password input element to require the input match. Wait, what are we about to do? This seems very fun. With type password, you can use the pattern attribute to define a regular expression that the password must match to be considered valid. Add a pattern attribute to the password input element to require the input match of that. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like it. Let us go to the next part of the registration form. This section will ask for the type of account the user is opening and will confirm the user has read the terms and conditions. Start by adding 3 label elements to the second field set. Users will be allowed to choose either a personal account or a business account to do this, which within each of the first 2 label elements, add 1 input element with type radio. The first two. I had that in the wrong place, you guys. Only in copy and paste and I really know what I'm doing. For the terms and conditions, add an input with a type of checkbox to the third label element. Also, as we do not want users to sign up without having read the terms and conditions, make it required. Okay. Within each corresponding label element and immediately after the input element, add a space and add the following text. I think they want, without looking at what it says, you guys, I feel like they want the radio buttons to the left. So I put it before the input, which I shouldn't have done that. So let's just try this without seeing the hint of why I got that wrong, which I think that was why. See, it was. I knew it. You only want one radio input to be selectable at a time. However, the form does not know the radio inputs are related. You only want one radio input at a time. You're right. To relate the radio inputs, give the same name attribute with a value of account type. Now it is not possible to select both radio inputs at the same time. What is going on here? To finish this field set off, link the text terms and conditions to the following location. All right, we're gonna link this. Pray for me. Pray for me. Did you see how I did that? Oh my gosh, I did it, y'all. Oh, I refuse to look at the answer. Terms and conditions. Okay, that's spelled right. Field set. To finish this field set off, link the text to the following website. Okay, we did that. See? Moving on to the final field set. What if you wanted to allow a user to upload a profile picture? Well, the input type file always allows that. Add a label with the text upload a profile picture and add an input accepting file upload. Ooh, this is yummy. Absolutely delicious. Well, the input type file allows just that. Add a label with the text. You guys, I don't get this kind of what? Okay, I added an input type file. There it is. Just that. Add a label with the text, upload a profile picture. Okay, I did that. Add an input accepting a file upload. So this one's a little foggy here. Let's see. This is a question here. What is the attribute for accepting a file upload? That's the question. They said this file too, but I feel like it's something else. How do I only accept the CSV file? Y'all, I'm stumped. I have no idea. Okay. You should nest an input element inside the label element. Oh. Okay. Add another label after the first with the text input your age years. we do not want users under the age of 13 to register. Add a min attribute to the input with a value of 13. What is this? You should give the label an input with type of number. Oh. Guys, what's the answer? Okay, you guys, I'm gonna have to Google this one because I'm not exactly sure. It says you should give the label an input with type of number. I'm doing that. I have an input here. The type of number is age. Oh, number. I just got it. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father. Okay. Adding a drop down to the form is easy with a select element. The select element is a container for a group of option elements. And the option element acts as a label for each drop-down option. Both elements require closing tags. Start by adding a select element below the two label elements. Then nest 5 option elements within the select element. Okay, wait. Start by adding a select element below the two label elements. So we're gonna go. Start by adding a select element below the two label elements, then nest 5 option element, within the select element. Well, that's easy. Oh, let me not do that. Okay, so we're gonna go option. And so we're gonna do this about 4 more times. Okay. Press the select element within a label element with the text, "How did you hear about us?" Submitting the form with an option selected would not send a useful value to the server. As such, each option needs to be given a value attribute, without which the text content of the option will be submitted to the server. Give the first option a value of, and the subsequent option elements value attributes of 1 to 4. Yeah, I see, because select one is not really a thing. So I guess they don't want that one to be chosen by accident or whatever, right? Yes. What happened to my music? Why did it go off? Oh, here it goes. I love that I made that. Okay. How did this do this? Hold up, I gotta go back up here and see. Input your age. Maybe because I put numbers. The text area element acts like an input element of type text, but comes with the added benefit of being able to receive multi-line text and initial number of 2 rows and columns. To allow users to register with a bio, add a label with the text provided bio, followed by a text area element, which requires a closing tag.
Feels weird picking it up.
The text area appears too small. To give it an initial size, you can add the rows and cols attributes. Add an initial size of 3 rows and 30 columns.
I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. Now streaming on Disney Plus and upgrade to the Disney bundle for even more.
With Viator, book your next adventure with ease. Incredible experiences. Anytime, anywhere. Book on Viator.com today.
Straight up guessing with this one. Oh wow, I did it. I did it, and I guessed on that one. To give campers an idea of what to put in their bio, the placeholder attribute is used. The placeholder accepts a text value which is displayed until the user starts typing. Give the text area a placeholder of "I like coding on the beach." That's going to be cute. You know, it's going to have those words that are kind of like grayed out. Oh, placeholder isn't even an element, it's an attribute. Got it. Oh. Almost there, you guys. Hey, and we did it. And we did it. You see that? How I just did that? You should give placeholder a value of "I like." I did, okay? I like coding on the beach. Oh, ... With the form submissions, it is useful and good practice to provide each submittable element with a name attribute. This attribute is used to identify the element in the form submission. Go ahead and give each submittable element a unique name attribute of your choosing, except for the 2 radio buttons. Dang, I went over there and got hella stuff on me, bro. That's hella nasty. This one's a long one, my goodness. Okay, you telling me I did all of these with the wrong one? I put these on the label ones. Ugh.
Squarespace helps me to easily sell my services online. I can present my portfolio of artwork, so clients can know who I am as an artist.
I thought that it was going to be so hard and I wouldn't be able to keep up.
Before I started with She Codes, I didn't have any coding experience. I thought it was impossible to code.
I had tried a couple of other platforms online, like free courses, but never finished any of them.
I learned how to code in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript,
and the ways in which they interact with one another, and use that knowledge to build a project in Visual Studio.
basic development tools, and the difference between front-end development and back-end. It's actually not that hard to do something simple, and once you know a little bit, you actually can do quite a lot.
The lesson videos and the challenges helped me keep on track.
I was working as a product manager at my current job. They offered me another position as the COO of the company because they liked the way that I was thinking, that I was open to learn something that was not related to my job, but will give me a kind of knowledge that is useful.
I even think that coding could be a future career for me. Managers, marketers, designers, I think everyone should have at least a little bit of coding knowledge.
It's amazing that in such a short period of time, you'll be able to code. I really recommend She Codes to everyone else. It can really be a stepping stone to leadership positions and higher paying jobs. She Codes really changed my life.
All right, you guys, I don't know. This is getting time consuming. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's 9 o'clock here, and I need to eat dinner. So tomorrow we will pick up where we left off. Maybe I might do a little bit more, but I might not record it. But you get the gist of what we're doing here on this registration form. Next, they're probably going to have us just line it up and center everything with CSS. So when I come back tomorrow, if we do come back to this same question, I'll go ahead and start from here. Or else if I kind of finish some of it, I'll kind of explain what happened. So, all right. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye-bye.